Let's go Mike Embry and then Rusty, and then back in the back to Tom Jensen.
Mike Embry, SpeedTV.com. Mark, you've raced over the years with any number of physical maladies. Hamlin has talked a lot recently about wanting to finish races, to be a part of the team, to show his guys he's not giving up on them, that kind of thing. How important is that factor? I'm guessing if some team guys would say, Denny, it's fine, run 100 laps, get out of the car, rest. How important do you think it is from the team perspective for the driver to try to finish a race like that?
Well, I think it's hard to answer your question directly, but I will tell you this. Competition is really, really, really fierce in this business. And anything that you can do to build team morale and build team unity, will, whether you say it does benefit you or not, if you don't have it, you're in less standing. I don't know how to explain it to you, man. So, if you can do that, Denny Hamlin made some really great choices and gutted it out and did some really team unity building stuff. That was good stuff. That's what you hope to be able to do. If he couldn't have physically done it, then it would have been understood, and it wasn't expected of him. It was the extra mile that he went. Those are the kinds of things that you do to try to get ahead or stay ahead, and to build unity and respect and all those kinds of things.
Let's go up here to the front to Rusty, and then we'll go back to Tom, and then probably end it with Claire and Rick Henry. No, we'll end it with Rick Henry. Go ahead.
Rusty Ball, NASCAR Media Group. Just looking ahead, going to Charlotte in a few weeks. Always an exciting time, the All-Star race, a good chance to highlight the crews as well as the drivers. Just seems like it's always, the excitement level is just one notch higher. Just your thoughts on what that event means. Well,
that event is just incredible, especially for the fans. I think the competitors love it too. The fans really love it. It's always really exciting. There couldn't possibly be a better place to have it than Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's perfect. It's a weekend that I think everybody looks forward to, and somebody comes out of there with a big trophy and a big check. So and everybody walks out of the grandstands with a smile on their face.
All right, we got three more: Tom, Claire, and Rick. Go ahead.
Hey, Mark. Tom Jensen, SpeedTV.com. Can you talk about heading into this race, the difference being in the higher up in points this year versus last year, and how much more relaxed it's got your mindset that you don't have to press to make up all that ground?
Well, it's still really, really competitive. We were 6th last week. We're 10th this week. We're right there. It's early in the season. Things are really different, Tom. A year ago, we were still trying to figure out, if I could really do this, and how it was all going to work. And this year, we're more focused on, on the competition. It's a moving target. A lot of our competition has upped their game. We're in the process of trying to up our game as well, and that's been kind of hit or miss. We had great performance, incredible performance at Bristol and Martinsville. Didn't get the finishes for it. Then we didn't have such great performances, and we got good finishes. So, it's just racing every week and working every week. We're still just as intense as we were a year ago, but last year it was more answering questions. This year it's more focused on the details of just making our race cars better and giving better performances.
Final two questions, Claire and then Rick.
Serious NASCAR Radio. Even though we've talked about the spoiler, fans keep calling in and saying, was it the spoiler that Mark is struggling with, or what about the spoiler at Darlington and hitting the wall? How much do you think about the spoiler, and how much at this stage are you even, mentally dealing with it or thinking about it?
Well, I don't think about it, but that is one thing that has changed. And although we saw signs of being off on our performance before we switched, let's say at Atlanta with the wing, we've seen more since we switched, although we've seen our two best performances. We ran as good at Bristol as I ran anywhere last year, I think. And we ran as good as at Martinsville as I ever have in my life. We've had some really good runs. We've been off a few weeks, and part of that is just the competition, and part of it's us trying to up our game. And it may be the difference in the spoiler. We don't see it in the numbers, but that is the one thing that has changed, and that may or may not be it. The bottom line is that competition is always a moving target, and you always have to be working to get better because your competition is too, and that's what we're doing. We're working to get better.
Final question over here, Rick. Get him the mic there, Andrew.
Rick Henry, WIS-TV. Mark, as an old-school driver, which one of your Darlington wins means the most, the one on the old track or last year?
Well, I'm such an old-school driver, I can't hardly remember winning in '93 so long ago, so I would have to say that the win last year was really special. But, '93 was a different time. I don't sink back into those times very much. But when I think about the people I was racing with, it's very heartwarming to think about, all the greats that I was racing with then, and that I managed to get a win back then as well.
Mark, thanks a lot, and good luck tomorrow night.